Hey y'all, what's going on? So listen, one of my loves said, much love, you've been talking about The Walking Dead and you're going to talk about it and you have not talked about it. And she done had it with me. So we in here to talk about The Walking Dead, y'all. Now this may be a mixture of The Walking Dead. Now I haven't watched, did I watch? Yes I did. I almost forgot. Okay, so we just going to talk about this one and roll from here. Okay? And let me also say that apparently they going back, and I think it's on Thursday nights, that they are going back and doing the what is it? The doing the whole thing over, but in black and white. So if you've missed it, definitely tune in and watch it on Thursdays because they'll be doing it in black and white. I'm not really enthralled, but however, whatever. Okay, so y'all, let's go into it. Now we know, okay, with the Walking Dead, we already know that the damn governor at the had the little town and this and that and other. And y'all, I told y'all that damn governor was rotten as hell. Had that damn zombie baby in the closet and playing songs and brushing her scalp off, and I can't, y'all. It was just too much. Okay, so they had to go in there and get, you already know, they had to go and get some of the people that were from the prison or whatever. Okay, so now here's where we at. So now they're having to sit down and they kind of getting together. So old girl who's been staying with the governor, which y'all, she gets on my damn nerves because I have not liked her since she been on. She is straddling the damn fence. And I really didn't like the shade that the bitch threw when she went and got in the car with them. Now, old dude, the older guy who lost his leg, he's like, you can come with us. We'll put that to the side. We'll leave all this bygones. This bitch hops in the trunk anyway with this no-eye buzzard, the governor. Okay? Okay, so they sitting in there, and old dude from the prison, he's like, you want to meet up with me, they're having drinks and all of this, and at no point that I ever believed that neither one of them had guns or whatever, they was prepared. So they sitting down and they talking, trying to come to an agreement. He says, y'all can have all of this, let us have the prison, and this, and we'll stay where I'm at, and governor, y'all can be over here. So the governor's like, no, because that's not giving us anything or whatever. Now, meanwhile, did y'all happen to check the fact that old dude had not sat down? He stood up the whole time showing him, honey, listen, if you think you going to back me down or anything like that, you're not. And I came here to set it off if I need to. And I'm looking like, okay, now it's going to go down. And when the hell somebody going to come at the damn woodwork and shit? And how did this shit go down and wasn't nobody else there other than the people that rode with him? So they have the conversation and it's kind of like, well, listen, the governor's like, look, we can squash this. I just want old girl, the black chick who knocked out his eye. Y'all, right now the names are kind of escaping me, so please forgive me. The next time I will have the names up. So before somebody say much love, which I do appreciate y'all looking out for me and all of that, they just escaped me right now. So he just wants her because she done knocked his eye out, which I'm just not feeling that. And old dude is like, he's kind of entertaining this shit, So basically, he says, well, listen, you got 2 days, honey, get back with me and let me know. Which was code for, we get ready to go to motherfucking war, and that's what the hell it is, because ain't nowhere in the world he's going to think about giving up old girl. Now, last week, she was running around with his son, which his son is getting on my nerves. I know he had to kill his mama and his uncle and things, I do believe. But she's trying to help him. He's trying to get this picture. Y'all. Y'all almost lost my cookies. Anywho, he's trying to get these pictures. She followed him, and y'all know she got this sword. And I'm like, yes, bitch, you better cut, because when she wielded, she'd be like, I'll be like, yeah, that would be me, because I would want the sword versus the gun. Although I'd like to have both of them. Just, I'm a greedy bitch, and I just need to know that I am protected on all ends, okay? But I feel like if I had a sword and my husband's in the back and everybody else got the guns, I can wield that sword and get her done. Within arm's reach, bitch, I can just do you like that, and get you done. you know. So she's trying to help him, and she been there, and y'all was a little skeptical about her and her whole, you know, attitude and this and that and other. But okay, girl, you've been through some things. You had the people on the leash walking around with the zombies and shit for the stench on them. You've been through some things. Okay, so he's like, well, I'll let you know, because the governor's like, is it really worth your son and your daughter basically throwing shade like, do you really want to die for her when all you got to do is give me her? Which that is not the case, because you already know he's ornery. And no sooner than the shit was over, he wasn't going to go by the rules and shit. He done went back to the little town and he done said, we going to war, this is what we going to do. And they like, well, what about the agreement? He's like, fuck the agreement. He mad. So old dude goes back. Now in the midst of this shit is going on. She's back at the camp. And y'all know the two brothers. The one in the beginning who had the, what was it, the beginning where he had to gnaw off his own hand and cut the shit off or whatever. He's there like, we need to go in there. We need to get behind them, and we need to go in here and kill the governor, because he's not one of them ones that you need to be leaving behind. You need to make sure he's dead and bring a piece of limb or something to make sure that he don't kind of reconnect and get back together like he's one of them. So I'm like, okay, I'm on board with that. So old dude, the Chinese dude who's still, and I don't mean anything by that, I'm just, so y'all know what character I'm talking about. He is kind of like, no, we said we was going to stay here, we're going to get this together. Now they got these arsenal of guns and this and that and other. And he's like, I'm in charge, we ain't doing it. Now he takes his happy ass out and he's going to fix the fence or whatever. His girlfriend, which is the old man's daughter, the one that lost his leg, is the only one to me that is a voice of reason, that is not totally gone in the whole shit. She comes out and they still trying to get over the fact that she was bent over and it's like he's fucked up and she did get raped and, you know, this whole bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Is this what we're doing? Now all of this? What? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at somebody with, child, what? Oh, that's a Madu. A Madu, I'm looking at your stuff right now. You write me. I'm like, what happened? Anywho, so, y'all, Skype. So, she, you know, she done had to, before they went out there, she done had to jump on old dude's back because he going to try to do shit and they done all kind of got at him and like, we gonna do it this way, you know. So she goes out there, woo, 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 she gonna patch up his shit. Now here's my issue with y'all, because see, here's my whole thing, and please somebody clarify this for me in the comments. If I am in a town and the whole world is walking dead zombies, sex is the last thing on my motherfucking mind, y'all. First of all, I'm trying to get some unzombied food. I'm trying to make sure we safe. And now you got to deal with the governor. And at what point do you feel like I got to get drawlers, honey? We got to go to the jungle and shit. Well, I can't. And what if the damn zombies would have came up? Because that was the whole thing I was thinking the whole time. Now, these zombies going to come. And y'all, when they was hugging and kissing, I was like, something going to happen. Because it was where the camera was. And I was just thinking, like, when the dude got shot. Oh, y'all, that was kind of sad. Why they do him like that? When the governor picked off old dude while he was talking to your girl, like, I was thinking something's going to happen. Okay, so they come back from the ride, this and that and other. He's like, he gave me an ultimatum, this and that and other. Now, he hasn't came clean. I told old girl, well, he wants you dead. You know, he just wants us to give you up, which that shit's not going to fly, because that is not all he wants. He's one of them sociopaths, and he's got this big-ass ego and shit. He wants y'all all dead. He wants the prison. He wants the damn little piece of town he got and shit. Now, in the midst of this, y'all, just can't, y'all know I'm all over kind of backtracking. As they waiting on them to have this sit down, they all kind of sitting outside, and everybody's got a little something in common. Okay, so she's talking to the old dude, which she already knew him. Then one of the brothers with the crossbow is talking to the other dude. They have a little confrontation, but they have to go fight some walkers. And they realize, okay, you know, they kind of have an understanding. Then somehow a cigarette comes up and this and that and other. Meanwhile, the doctor the psychiatrist dude or whoever's working for the governor, he gets to talk to the other doctor. He wants to see his nub, and they kind of kiki, and they able to share and talk. So it's like, yeah, we doing all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's like something's coming to a head as far as the governor is concerned. Now, my whole theory is this. Why did Miss Blondie get her happy ass in that damn van or that truck and drive back with him? Now, she had the opportunity, unless she's trying to say she's trying to find out some info, or maybe somewhere in her mind she's thinking, well, yeah, they're going to work this shit out. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but we know from the past where the bitch had the opportunity to do his ass in, she didn't. After she got her little hifty-dipty, she didn't do him in. Bitch, you should have done him then. Because he'll do you. Like, I can't. Honey, please. You got to do what's best for you, or whatever, or however. Okay. So they have that. Old boy's out there. He's back, and he's thinking, and he tells the older guy what really went down, and, you know, I really want you to talk me out of this shit, you know, sending her and this and that and other, you know. He's like, he's considering this shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You really considering this shit for real? Like, I can't, and I don't get it with him, and we all know that he's still seeing dead bodies, and he ain't quite rap tight, because he was seeing his woman everywhere and chasing the damn ghost and shit, and I can't with him. Like, he's still got issues. You know, and he's trying to run this whole shit. One thing I will say, and I think his brother's name was Shane, or some shit like that, I think. Now, had his brother still been alive, although he was an honorary buzzard, he would have been like, nah, we need to get the governor together. He would have found a way to get the governor all the way together. Like, I'm just not feeling where old dude is going with this. And does he really need to be leading this shit? Or whatever. Like, I don't get it, because he's going crazy, and you thinking about giving old girl up. Plus, with that being said, had you have let those people that was there stay, they wouldn't have been back there telling the damn governor all the business and shit, and come to find out he gonna tell on Miss Honey Cabbage that he's sleeping with. Like, I can't. You know, he's losing his motherfucking mind, and I'm not getting it. And I know that the shit is kind of based around him, but y'all, he could have won a long time ago for mine. I didn't feel no kind of way about the wife being gone. So be it, girl, you're gone. You know, because I didn't like her character. Nor did I like his brother's character or whatever. But, you know, I don't know. It's like, the way it's going, like, I kind of see it going a different way. And I'm the only one that thinks that there's something kind of going on the line between the black chick and old dude, the one that cut his arm off, who presumably kind of came off as, I said that wrong, as, you know, being racist or whatever. Am I the only one that feel like it's some undertone shit? Like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me on that shit. Because I'm kind of feeling some kind of way about that, you know. So that whole shit's going to go down. You know, it's kind of leading up to them having this whole thing with the governor and, you know, shooting it out and doing this and that and other, you know. So it's kind of still piquing your interest or whatever. I'm hanging in there. But this season, it seems like everything is like rushed or something. I don't know, y'all. Y'all just tell me like True Blood did. You know, when they tried to put every damn plot out in the beginning, do every, you know, just let's lead up to some shit. Slow down, shit. You know, like, I don't know, y'all. I'm just, you know, feeling some kind of way. I'm hanging in there with it. But it's like, I feel like they kind of rushing into all of this shit. And like the way they doing it, it's like the plot's going to be up. And with that being said, let me go back and talk about these mothers screwing again. Like, I don't see them getting no condoms or nothing, honey. It's going to be some zombie babies around there or something. I'm trying to figure that shit out. And what was the whole tea with old dude who was his friend and was crazy and had him tied up and he done stabbed him? And like, I don't know, y'all. It just seems like it's a lot of stuff going on. Yes, it's action-packed and all of that, but listen. Not, you know what I'm saying? Don't be running all the shit all in together. You know, slow walk me a little bit and let me kind of want to see the next shit. You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me, do y'all think that, I already know they're going to have to kill the governor. But do y'all think that the governor is going to be out this, you know, it's going to close out where, you know, they're going to kill him this season? Or is he going to go into the next? You know, because I don't think he's going to go that easy. What I do think, and my husband said he thinks that the little boy is going to kill the governor. He ain't going to see that coming. What I think the doctor going to do the governor in. Or either she going to get enough heart to do him in, because he's an ornery bastard. Like, he's ornery. Somebody need to do him in. Shit, I'm ready to do him in. You know, so y'all tell me what y'all think on that. If I left some shit out, I just want to talk about what stood out to me, what was kind of pertinent to me. The next one, if y'all want me to, I will be more detailed, you know, if y'all want me to in it. But I tend to kind of jump all over the place. Anywho, so can we talk a little bit about Shameless? Just for a minute, honey, y'all. I can't with Shameless. What the hell is going on? So we already know that the damn mama is screwing the daughter's husband trying to get a baby like I can't. And now the bitch is dressed up and shit and coming over and sending text messages at the end. Y'all can't. Shameless is doing way too much. So let's just kind of go into some of it. Now the daughter's back, and come to find out this wench with her rotten low down ass, she's the one who called the people for them to get the baby out of the home. What told the mother, the other grandmother, so that this bitch can come home and it can be like it was. Like, really, bitch? And then you try to go in there and pull it on old girl who's been sleeping with him, who's trying to get him to do the right thing and go to school. You want to make like, I don't really want him. I was just, you know, coming to say, bitch, next thing you know, you bent over talking about don't stop. Come on, loose booty. Now you just got your happy ass in town and you laid out, sprawled out and got it wide open. What's the mama say? Spread it wide and low or whatever, you dirty ass scrounge. Anyway, so she's getting it in. Now here's the whole dilemma. Now we know that they had to dig the body and shit up. And Frank then called in on them. The kids got taken, this and that and other. The little girl was at the house where the woman had them making picture frames and shit and selling shit. She had to glue her eyelids and shit and put Benadryl in her drink. And, you know, they didn't got them back. You know, she didn't got the kids back. Okay, so we got the kids back. Now, here's the whole deal. In order for them to get it and get it all done and get Frank out of there, so she had to go to court. They had to get the will done and said that the woman just passed away. First of all, with they nasty asses on the last one, and this is why this shit is shameless. Y'all did not go and get some random ass damn body out of the damn hospital, nursing home that the neighbor whose mama is sleeping with her husband's job, then bring it and unfold it and be like, y'all can't stand the smell. First of all, it's a dead body, and he will never be in there working and talking about, oh, well, she's still kind of cool, but y'all need to hurry up. Are you kidding me? And you just handed the body over because you got drugs? I can't. Okay, so they get in there last time, and they said, well, y'all know we got to chop her toe off and shit. They going through the whole motions and shit. Finally, old girl has to go up there and she chops the toe. Like, I can't, y'all. She done chopped the toe off, had them to come, make it seem like she just died. In the midst of that, the damn paramedics was trying to get a date and this and that and other. I cannot. This is why this shit is called Shameless. Okay, with that being said, I think the one before this, the chick who won't go out with agoraphobia or whatever, she done got old dude back to where Frank did, telling him he need to loosen up so that she won't be coming to Frank and be trying to put stuff in his buns, because you know his buns is a little woe out. Okay, so old dude goes back to doing his sex games and shit. He want to be choked. On the last one, when the daughter came home, she came in and he's servicing his own self, and he's tied up to the bed and this and that and other, wanted to be choked and all of that. And then he had some guys come over with all this plastic and throwing out the cords and a big gallon of lube. Y'all can't. And this is the one before this episode, because I really felt the need to kind of talk about that and go into that. Now, okay, so they had to get the will, they had to go to court, this and that and other. Now, meanwhile, the sister's boyfriend is still faking a phone, trying to make it seem like he's married to old girl. And he's kind of exhibiting his shit like he really didn't want this whole Gallagher family shit and this and that and other. So he done went out and he done met up with one of his friends from medical school and this and that and other. And he's trying to live, you know, like he's doing it big and this and that and other. Ain't got no coin because your daddy ain't going to give you no coin because, honey, he's out. And we already know that Liam's brother was sleeping with him. Like, I can't, Jesus. Okay. So he's doing that. They get the, you know what I'm saying, the kids back. They think they're going to be comfortable. Well, here comes Uncle whoever. He was like, y'all going to need to get up out of here. My name's on the wheel. Now, they know that that woman been dead for 10 years and he's lying. Because they, you know, they buried the body and this and that and other so that Frank can still get the checks and shit. And by the way, he gets mad at old girl because now that they know she's dead, that cuts his checks off. That he was getting a husband that he was forging. I can't. Okay. So the guy wants them out and they're like, you gonna throw us out? He's coming in, putting toilets downstairs in the living room and this and that and other. They trying to figure out how to get rid of him. So they pay the one brother's boyfriend who got pistol whipped because the daddy came in on them getting their hippity-dippity on. And he's still feeling some kind of way, and the brother went and found him, and he wouldn't speak to him, and he's shooting it. And apparently he's going to get married to the girl like I can't. Okay. So they going to try to get him killed or whatever, get them to go and tell them to leave him alone. They all put their money together to do whatever they got to do to this uncle. Okay. So they go in there, and they going to get tough, honey. The uncle's like, ugh. That don't scare me, and if that wasn't enough, he grabs the bat and stops old dude from hitting him. Well, okay. Old dude's like, well, this will stop you the gun. Okay. His wife has the bitch, and that's what I call the sawed off, y'all. Call him the bitch, off for training day, the bitch. She's like getting ready to blow his back all the way out, and this shit's just going awry. Meanwhile, girls falling apart, and the little girl's like, we gonna lose the house, and this and that and other. Now, the little brother decides that he's gonna give him some rat poison. He's out there throwing up, vomiting, this and that and other. They at the damn probate thing about the house, this and that and other, thinking he's not gonna come, hoping he don't come, but if he's dead, they're gonna find out that somebody poisoned him. Here he comes sick, and then said they didn't try to poison him, this and that and other. So apparently he won. Now in the midst of this, the sister is looking for a place, and she found a piece of shit ass place, but she don't want to go there. Okay, now let's stop there because I want to go into this whole shit that is going on with the woman who can't come out of the house. Now apparently they done went to some meeting where the people that have Down syndrome are saying that they want to take the word retarded back, which I found super offensive. And even though it's shameless, they went too fucking far with that. So she's out with buttons and shit at the stores and shit and telling them they taking their identity back. And really? I can't. The guy that owns the store said, you got to get this shit out of her. She talking about she got buttons and this and that and other, and that ugly ass get up she had on. I just wanted to slap her with a couple of them damn dildos that she got under the bed that she's putting in old dude's buns now. Okay. So she leaves from there. They go back to the house, and this is when the other grandmama comes and says, you know, nah, I don't want him here, and no wonder she called, and she finds out that the daughter didn't call, and meanwhile she was upstairs getting, getting her together. Now, when the dude that the mama is sleeping with, which by the way was sleeping with the daughter, yes, it's fucked up. That's why it's shameless. He sees her, he like put some clothes on because I'm trying to get, he don't want to be, he kind of fell back and now he's trying to get himself right. Okay. In the midst of this, Frank is somewhere trying to find somewhere to live because she done told Frank he need to go. So he goes to the meeting trying to get his little stamp, and some guy in there who is not an alcoholic but just wants a friend or whatever has him to move in. But when he gets there, he realizes that this dog is dead, and old dude who's sleeping with his girlfriend's, his wife's mama, then told him, well, you gonna be somewhere with something up your butt and dead and this and that and other. So Frank said, fuck this. I'm out of here. And he's just like old girl fixing these fucking pancakes and shit. And it looked to me like the damn dog had something shoved up his butt. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. So Frank decides that he'd rather be on the street because he don't want to be killed by old dude. So old dude comes and finds him. He's hiding on the street. And Frank's like, no, you crazy. And plus, can you tell me that you ain't gay and this and that? He's like, no, I'm just strange and I like to, nobody wants to be my friend. So Frank moves back in with him and he's like, if clingy's all I got to deal with, shit, I got it good. With his nasty, stinking, pissed on ass. Okay. So now let's ease back to the Gallagher's house because now old dude who really thinks he got the house, but they know he's rotten. Now they have tried all they can try. Your girl done did her little boo-hoo and like, I'm sorry. So the little daughter, the one daughter, the youngest daughter, she comes out while the police is there with this, and who gets an eviction at that time of night? Like I can't. I've been in the Chi-Town ultimately all my life on and off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where they would do an eviction at nighttime, but anywho. So they come and they're like, I'm sorry, old dude. I'm sorry, but y'all gotta go. And she's like, in the middle of the night, we ain't got nowhere to go. So the little girl says, well, I can't believe it because when he touches me on my goodie spots and this and that and other, this bitch done cooked up this young girl that if she act like she been molested, and the oldest sister's like rolling with it, but like, oh Lord. But they rolling with it. So she done made it seem like he done touched her and tried to rape her. And the police is like, what you say? So next thing you know, he's in handcuffs being dragged out. And she was like, you said it was okay, this and that and other. He's like, I want $900 a month's rent, this and that and other. She was like, we'll pay you $5 with no last month's rent, and I want a 50-year lease. And he's like, hell no. And then she went into her shit, and he's like, okay. So they get to keep the house or whatever. Meanwhile, let me go back to this shit that's going on between the friend and the husband and the mama. Now she's coming over with her shit on. The daughter's getting mad because she feel like they enjoying it and shit. The mama's coming over making it seem like she's ovulating and she ain't. Like, what the hell's going on? And then after this shit go on and the daughter sees it and she's stopping it because he's about to bring it on home, and the mama's like, yes, God, get me together, honey. You better get this old cuckoo together. This whole shit's going on. And she's like, wait a minute. Stop right now. So next thing you know, you see mama coming down in Anime Bullock's dress that she wore on Rock Me Baby down the steps like, I'm trying to have y'all have a baby. Okay. She's not feeling that, and in the midst of that, the Gallagher girl comes over while he's in there with the mama doing the doing. She's like, oh, Lord, I'm sorry. Like it's a mess. At the very end, the mama is texting her daughter's husband talking about, I'm bored. Call me. You can't make this shit up. Like, this is the whole basis of Shameless. Like, if you have not watched Shameless, I'm telling you, see if it's on, I don't know if it's on Netflix or something like that, or definitely try, what is that, On Demand, honey. Go all the way back and get up to speed, and then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about this crazy-ass bullshit that's going on Shameless. I can't. I just can't. I have never seen anything like it. And what makes it worse is the original Shameless in Europe, that's over in the UK, is worse than this one. If y'all think they are shameless, oh no, they can't touch them. Anywho, y'all, that's the gist of what's going on with Shameless or whatever. It's a hoot and a half. I'm telling you. Get into it if you just want to watch something that's just hilarious and you can't believe this shit. Try this shit out. This is like Californication and House of Lies, and sometimes it's so messed up it's almost like Horror Story or whatever that is. What is American Horror Story? Yeah, I can't. And can somebody please tell me what day Bates Motel comes on, Hotel comes on? I don't know. And I told y'all that I will not watch that cult shit. I can't do it. Mm-mm. So y'all, I'm sorry this was long. If I left some shit out, put it in. Definitely hang in there with Shameless. I'm trying to hang in there with The Walking Dead. I did watch what is it, the hip hop hoes? I did. So I will talk about that because I know Rich Dollar now. Yeah, he just went too fucking far when he did what he did. He did not have to give her that girl song. Like, I'm not the greatest fan of Erica, but that was too much. That was way too fucking hurtful to me. Like, I was kind of hurting for her. Like, that was too much. So yeah, I will get that done tomorrow. And also, one of my loves asked me about Mob Wives. I've been hitting and missing at Mob Wives. I don't know. It just doesn't have my attention, like it had been. But if you want me to, I will talk about the remainder, of the shows. It just hasn't had my attention. And I've just had so much going, y'all have no idea, on my mind and going on. Excuse me. And let me say, God is good. My dad came home from the hospital. So thank y'all to everybody that prayed for him or whatever. Now I got to go tomorrow and get my date for my surgery. So we will continue to pray. Okay. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love. Bye. And I'm sorry this was so long.